Hey, JB here. Welcome to the channel or the community, as we always say. I've got one for discussion today that could really disrupt the e-ink community, which is, could Apple be getting into the e-ink world? Well, today on my phone, I got a message that said e-ink display could combine Apple quality with zero impact battery life. And there's a couple articles that are reported based on this gentleman who typically reports good information, Min Chi Koo. And basically he said this, that Apple is testing e-ink's electronic paper display, EPD, for a future foldable devices, cover screen, and tablet-like applications. The Color EPD has the potential to become a mainstream solution for foldable devices, must-have cover second screen thanks to its excellent power-saving moves. So it goes on to say the company offers a display branded Kaleido, which we all know about. Anybody that's reading, if you're watching this channel, you might not have seen this. There's a few of them out there. Good e-Reader, My Deep Guide, that cover e-ink. We've been doing this for a few years. If you're just new coming over from Apple and just seeing this, we've been discussing these things. But Kaleido is a 16 levels of grayscale and is capable of displaying 496 colors. And I hope I'm saying that right. Kaleido, it's K-A-L-E-I-D-O, Kaleido display. And e-ink is interesting because they're looking at the Kaleido has been developing this for years and years and years. And it would seem that what they're saying is that Apple could offer this display quality with less battery life. So the idea then is to have a color e-ink display on an iPhone as a secondary display in a foldable unit. Now, what's interesting to me, and a couple people have brought up that in the comments I thought were good, that they could use this for the Apple Watch, which would be great because the Apple Watch I have to charge every night, which would be really interesting. And some people are saying, well, the refresh rate and stuff, the technology's not there yet. And we all know we've been waiting for Color E-Ink, if you watch this channel at any amount, for a while now, as we've looked at, trying to get, what's happening in the Color E-Ink space. Well, with Apple, and obviously the gigantic Apple and the money, regardless of what you think about them, when they start to get into a space, it could move the needle. So much they could buy really any company they wanted to and start going after this. So Gizmodo says, Apple said to be testing a foldable iPhone with a Color E-Ink display. So they're coming back at it too, saying Apple is reportedly testing an e-ink display. And again, this is from Min Chi Koo, who said Apple is testing e-ink's electronic paper display for a foldable device. And then he continues to say e-ink is a company, right? So e-ink is a brand, just so you know. I mean, we generally use it as a term, say e-ink, but it's actually a brand. And they have a new technology with 50,000 different colors. And who knows, if we can get foldable displays in Color E-Ink, could really work the battery issue. That's what they're talking about here. So it's interesting to see that it is getting reported by major tech news outlets that Apple is looking at creating a foldable display with some e-ink, Color E-Ink capability. Personally, I'd like to know your comments below if Apple does get in this space. We've always had the conversation of what is going to happen when Amazon gets in the space, when Apple gets in the space. Will it change? I just did a video on Remarkable's valuation at $1 billion. Well, if Apple jumps into space, or we have Color Ink come in, and now you can get an iPad with an e-ink, Color Ink display, will that change the market? And I think what I feel is happening is it's because of the battery life is what's really driving this tech, because the OLED screens, which everybody goes with, as they get better and better, they are battery hogs. But when we move to a e-ink screen, type of screen, they use very little battery. Down in Florida, I have my Quilla, which is that gigantic device, and you can basically leave that thing turned off and it just, it'll run forever. So it's going to be an interesting move over the next year. I said 2022 I thought would be when Color Ink really started to hit it pretty hard. But when we start seeing Apple jump into the space, all of a sudden, I think you're going to start seeing it move the needle. And Apple may look at it more of a not a novelty, but a way to change the market by doing some e-ink display. And then if the money goes into it to rapidly advance the technology, I could see color displays coming. And then you could have a choice of a e-ink color or an OLED, right, type iPad or an e-ink type iPad. And that would really, really, really shake up the market. So as always, hey, thumbs up helps the algorithm. I appreciate you watching this far. And if you don't mind, what do you think? Let's get a conversation going in the community here about Apple and e-ink. I don't want you to, if you're an anti-Apple person, it's not about that. It's just like, and you can say that, say Apple ruins everything or whatever, you're anti-Apple. But the idea is what happens when a large company like Apple jumps into this space, when we really have like the Remarkable company, we have books really in it. Will that disrupt it? How much? I mean, Sony's in it. Sony's huge, right? Sony's in it and they've tried. But I don't think anybody's really like an Apple with their iPhone, which already has so much market share, says, okay, we're going to do a foldable. And that's what they're talking about right now. So I'm not going to jump ahead and say an e-ink iPad. They're talking about a foldable phone. Would you buy one? And, would that move the needle for you? All right. So again, thanks for the thumbs up. Let's have a discussion in the community down below, and I will see you in the next video. I got some videos coming of the house remodel that's coming, by the way. I'm closing on the house today, so tomorrow I'm going over there for the first time. So kind of scared, but hey, check in and subscribe because we'll be discussing, what I'm doing over there in the next few days. All right. Thanks for watching. Go have a great day. You watched to the end. Thank you so much for that. You're awesome. You can click subscribe for more awesome videos that we do all kinds of different things. And then down here, you can watch the next video that comes up from our community and channel. By the way, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. What do you think about today's video? All right, thanks so much. Hit that subscribe or watch that next video.